Yes. Yes, sir.
Oh.
All right. What's going on, wrestling true believers? It's a great day in Zeninda. I am one of the hosts for this awesome podcast, episode 16, Wrestling Debates and Catering. I am your host, Mr. Team Bring It, Mr. Sugar Nipples, Mr. I don't give a fuck about your goddamn feelings. I can care less because I'm better than you and you fucking know it. How you doing? What's going on?
What's good, y'all?
Joe.
I am Toxic Jose, aka we do anything for Salinas. AKA, why would you say that? AKA, damn, Jada Parker. Hey, Miss Parker. Anyway, welcome to Wrestling Debates and Catering. I am one of the hosts of the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Like Phil said, once again, we are trying to be one of the best podcasts on the TikToks and all of the world, baby, and all of wrestling, baby. Keep liking this. Keep sharing this. If you want to stay in here and you want to be a part of it, be an active contributor to the discussion.
Indeed.
Okay?
Right? Indeed.
Oh, yes.
Indeed. So everyone, like I had discussed before we came on here, we're gonna be talking about some Black history. First of all, let's kind of get that out the way first. Hang on a second. Matter of fact, I had something on my email. Hang on. You know, my black ass got lazy. I'm just like, I don't want to look at this shit on my phone. Where did it go? Oh, can you mute for a second because you got some interference, bro? Okay, cool. All right, thank you, appreciate it. Okay, here we go. All right, so I think this is it. Yeah, it is it. Damn, and they gave me a lot of great information. A lot of information I didn't even know about, but there was one that I wanted to discuss with you guys. I think what's his name? Bobo Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. So this man started his career in the segregated 1950 wrestling circuit. He was so popular with black and white fans, promoters started booking him to face off against all races. On October 18th, 1963, Brazil defeated the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, the one that the Nature Boy, Ric Flair literally took his gimmick, but I digress. So after kicking him in the groin, Rogers could not continue. Brazil was rewarded the NWA World Title, becoming the first African American World Champion. However, Brazil relinquished the title to set up a rematch with Rogers, which he lost. And then the NWA never recognized Brazil's title victory. So that's something that I did not know. That's very interesting, actually, by the way. Do you got any history for us? Anything that you want to put out there?
I do not, but I do have one Black History fact that a lot of people have to watch. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have to watch, actually, Vice for it. Junkyard Dog was one of the biggest African-American wrestlers in the history of history, period. And in wrestling, period. Mm-hmm. Junkyard Dog is always one of the top 5 who never got to be world heavyweight champion, along with Ted DiBiase, along with, I think it was Mr. Perfect. Like, a lot of people that really thought they should be world champion to carry a company, he was not one of them. And Junkyard Dog is probably one of my favorite known, unknown wrestlers because of all the things that he did outside of wrestling. How many families he helped, how many people he helped in the business and outside of the business in the first place. And it was a shame of him not getting his flowers until he passed. The Junkyard will always be someone I say that if you really want to look at your history, you always look at 3 people. Junkyard Dog. Ron Simmons. And a really deep dive. I really can't think of his name right now. I've ruined it. I sounded smart now. I've ruined it altogether totally. But those 2 people. You
talking about Rocky Johnson?
No, not Rocky Johnson. No.
But not Rocky Johnson.
Not right. I like Rocky Johnson. He's one of these, and he's a great African American competitor. But
Mm-hmm.
those aren't the top three I always say go look at if you want to look at your history, because I feel like with Junkyard Dog, like Junkyard Dog is doing moves that we still do today. He still does like the spine buster and all those types of things, and he
Mm.
was a dominant figure, and he had the look and the vibe, whatever. And if you really look at the cadence of his actual promos,
Mm-hmm.
he sounds like someone that you're very familiar with who's trying to finish his story, his
Hmm.
father. So
Interesting. Mm.
Ron Simmons was just a guy that just a super athlete that no one ever talks about. And the reason why they don't
Tony
talk about it is
Atlas.
because Tony Atlas is another one too. But
Mm.
he's one of those guys where like no one, like you guys, we caught him a little bit past his prime. But Ron Simmons in his prime in WCCW for the most part, amazing, fantastic wrestler,
I don't know
one
the
of the best wrestlers ever.
Magnificent Zulu, Thomas. I have no idea who that is. I think that's like way before my time. But once again, we are here to educate. You know what I'm saying? If you do come up on here and you do come in the box, please tell us who the Magnificent Zulu is. He said that that's the Black Ultimate Warrior in every aspect. So
Yeah.
that's actually interesting. So for the next 5 minutes, y'all, we're going to kind of give you guys a little timeline of like what we're going to talk about, give you guys like, a little feel before we start bringing you guys on. Um, Number one, for the WWE, the WWE right now is like, because we were discussing this earlier today, and some people said that WWE is probably the most exciting right now for the road to WrestleMania because like we really don't know what's going on. Now, last night was very interesting, but it was also predictable that I thought Jay, for the very first time in his illustrious career, as being a tag team specialist and also being a single star, he was going to win the Intercontinental Championship against Gunther. Now, we knew that Gunther was not going to lose at all. Now, my whole thing is Gunther's road to WrestleMania has been absolutely ruined because of Brock Lesnar and his dick size, but I digress. Um, so now it's everything is in limbo with him because I think he's supposed to be going against Jack Gable. No, I'm not Jack Gable, but um, what's his name? Help me out. I know it's somewhere. What's his name?
It's not Chad.
Thank you.
Is it Jimmy? Who is it? Oh, yeah, it's Chad Gable. You right?
Is it Chad Gable? Okay.
Thank
I thought I had his
you.
name wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, Storm.
Okay. So, from my understanding, I think he's supposed to go against him at WrestleMania, which I have no problem with. I have no problem with that. But going back to Jay actually came within the hair of winning the Intercontinental Championship, only to be ruined by the bloodline, or more importantly, his brother. So Solo came out to interfere with the first match, which was against Cody versus Drew McIntyre, which was actually a banger. They came out, they interfered with that match, and then later on, Jimmy interfered with the match with between his brother and Gunther or whatever. So more than likely, they're going to face each other at WrestleMania, which was expected. So what do you think about that?
Honestly, the thing of it is that Raw and SmackDown have now become greater components because WrestleMania is in its season. It's coming. It's on its way. This is the thing about the match that I think my guy Richie, I want to say his name is Richie Dreams, he did like a vast deep dive into. Mm-hmm. Even though Jey Uso lost his opportunity to win the Intercontinental Championship, if you noticed, he still looked strong at the end because Gunther didn't powerbomb him at the end. He didn't do a splash. He didn't tap him out with the Boston Crab or that chokehold. None of that. He had to do a roll up, which means Jay can circle back and be like, "Bro, you really ain't beat me. I just had an interference or whatever," which in turn makes him look strong. Also, in terms of the bloodline storyline, in terms of everything else, something about a good storyline is you can always make a callback to something. The match between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, what people noticed is it was just like the ending of the WrestleMania 40 match.
Mm-hmm.
That's a callback to something because that little point is going to matter in the future. So we have to hold on to that. Along with that, the same thing with Jay losing and his brother interfering is the same thing that happened at Tribal Combat against Roman Reigns or whatever, which is a callback to the story. The reason why this matters so much is because this story is so in depth and has so many layers and parts to it that now you have to pay more attention to it because it's going to be a callback to something else. That's why the Bloodline story is probably one of the best stories in the past 20 years because there's so many deep dives into it in the first place. One, Jimmy's character work in the first place, from being a silly asshole that we don't like to damn near splashing the shit out of his mother tonight, is fantastico. He looks lean, athletic, hungry, and he doesn't want his brother to succeed. Beautiful. Let's get to it. Let's do it. Cody losing after not losing for God knows how long, because they brought it up last night. Cody hasn't lost since last year's. The point of that is that there's still a chink in the armor. He's not as perfect as we think he is in the first place. All this to say,
because he's not Roman Reigns.
Well, no, because it's because it's like, well, he could lose again. Because we're all set up to be like, oh, he's gonna win. Well, he could lose. And on top of that, with the SmackDown aspect of it all, who is the leader of the Bloodline?
I mean, it's still obvious. I mean, but we know who the tribal chief is.
We know who the tribal chief is, but it's in the air, like who leads the Bloodline, and that's going to be a problem, and that's going to be a significant, large issue on the road to WrestleMania, and it's going to be so beautiful to watch it play out. I mean,
well, so the thing is that yes, that is going to play a huge role because the way Rock was talking to Roman, like pointing, that's what I'm saying. And there's a reason why Rock like to wear them glasses. He does not want to see that you're actually talking directly. He don't want you to see that he's talking directly to you. Like, it's like you can't really read him. You know, it's like a throw off or whatever, because I do the same thing too. Because I'm just like, I have my glasses on because like I could be looking at you and I'm like, this dumbass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like I could be doing that shit, you know. So, but anyway, no, I love you. I love you. It's just some people that comes on here is like actually just pretend. But anyway, but I think that's a very good point that we gotta that is going to be a conflict. That's going to really be a conflict going into WrestleMania. Now the thing is that we still need to figure out, are we getting a tag team match or are we just getting Roman versus Cody, Seth versus whoever? Like, I mean, what do you think about that?
I think it'll set up. I don't think it'll set up as like a tag team match at first, but then it's going to end up being like Cody versus Roman, either night 2. But I think eventually it'll be like Rock versus Roman. Night 1, and it'll be just like this will be Roman's swan song. This will be like he's gonna lose everything before he goes. Like people might, the way it's looking, it might be set up is it might either be Roman turning on Rock or Rock turning on Roman. Because like you said, he even said he's gonna take championship, take everything, but he was pointing at Roman, and the only one that noticed was Paul Heyman. So
the wise man, he noticed everything.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful gift in the end. But the problem now is that now what are we going to do? Because now at this point now, if we lose Rock, as for whatever reason you lose him, fine, whatever, you lose him. But how are you going to make this play out for Roman hereafter? Because he's slated to lose a title possibly, or he might keep it. But it has to be some chicanery again, so Cody can still continue to finish this long ass story. This is what happens.
See, here's another problem with that too, because once again, there's a high probability that Cody is going to win. Remember that one part that I was telling you guys about, that the flat part after WrestleMania, after you dethrone the tribal chief, and then you have Cody. you don't really have a whole bunch of heels that's going to, step up. I mean, you got Drew McIntyre. Who gives a fuck about Drew McIntyre at this point? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
But,
what do you
mean? Wait. Pause. We care about Drew McIntyre, but the thing is, it's like, how long is that going to go? That's going to go on for 6 months. A lot of people don't really give a fuck about that shit. They were just like, you need to have like a truckload of heels some faces to challenge Cody. WWE doesn't really exactly have that, and especially this is that's interesting because the WWE Championship is actually on SmackDown. It's not on Raw and SmackDown. It's actually on SmackDown, and there's not really a lot of contenders to face Cody in the event if he does win. So it's very confusing because he's a Raw guy, but then yet he's going against someone that has a SmackDown title, and I wonder how they're going to play with that in the event if Cody does win. But I think that's what I'm really concerned about. If Cody does win, I think this is going to be the beginning of people just like not liking Cody, which I already said that once he wins that title, you thinking that you love Cody now. Once he come out and do the same shit over and over again, y'all motherfuckers are not going to like Cody. That whoa is going to get lower and lower and lower to the point you're going to start booing him.
I think that, I don't think, I'll be honest with you, I don't think you're wrong, because we as wrestling fans get fed up so easily with someone doing a great job at what they do. We got fed up with John Cena for being a good face. We got fed up with The Rock when he had to face Hulk Hogan, and that was just because at that point we were in Canada. We were like,
I see you like that. I see. Yeah,
I did too. Hi, Leah.
What's up?
And I think the thing of it is that if we get
what's going on, Earl? Mm-hmm.
It'll make it easier for him to face all the face and everything else. Face Cody, what you'll probably end up getting is 6 months of him having banger matches with a lot of great guys, and probably 2 or 3 heels that he can go against and go off of. Because if you think about it, if you do it one way, depending on how the Final Testament goes, you can move up Karrion Kross, put him in the chat, put him in that picture. He won the NXT title. He's a big dominant guy. That might happen. If you want to use Drew McIntyre, you can use Drew McIntyre. Hell, if you want to go down a road where at some point you get Grayson Waller involved, Austin Theory involved, all these guys, depending on how you do it. And there's always a member of the Judgment Day. Depending on how you do it, he can go down the line and make bangers. Now, my thing that I have with Cody is that face Cody can only last for so long. Those are just facts. He's a better heel.
He is, and if you guys have never seen his work, Warrants, if you have never seen his work, and Warrants, the only reason I'm saying it because he's in the green room. If you have not ever did your research on Cody, especially in the indie scene, before AEW, you should really watch it because Cody is a bona fide mess. He is a huge mess. So definitely check out his work. It's definitely worth looking at. So
and before you get started, and for some of you that's saying go watch the O'Shea Jackson Jr. video with him and Chris Van Vliet, yes, we've seen that video. I have seen that video. Excuse me, I have seen that video. I won't speak for my co-host.
You said which video? I'm sorry.
With O'Shea Jackson and Chris Van Vliet, where he was on the podcast. He basically said the following. He's like, if I go watch AEW and I don't know who a wrestler is, I don't want someone berating me for not knowing who that wrestler is. I just want you to explain it to me about who that wrestler is in the first place. Don't question my fandom.
But would I... Go ahead.
Where it's initially hopped in here and asked, have we seen the video? Have we seen whatever? We can get into that later with you, where it's because
that would be something that I would love to discuss with him about because it just seems like people like Warrants always have a an excuse for being lazy or being trash. And I'm sorry, but I'm not questioning your fandom. I'm questioning your ability to educate yourself. I mean, like I said, once again, instead of seeing season 1 of the Fantastic Four, you want to go all the way to season 7, and then say like, I mean, let's have him just come in here and explain it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, is there anything else you want to cover before we let bring in the hell gates?
No, let's go ahead and get over with.
All right.
Because if Warren's is going to be in here and it's going to be you and Stormy, it's just going to be a night.
So right. So we're going to bring. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring 2 of you guys up first. We're going to give you guys 10 minutes, and then we're going to bring up the entire panel. Now, tonight, everybody, do not talk over each other. It's going to get insane because we got a lot to talk about, especially with the Elimination Chamber and also with TNA. TNA and their hourglasses and, the extensions and people saying that, well, I don't want an extension, but I'm going to give you an extension anyway. If you guys have more information about what's going on in TNA, you guys are more than welcome to tell us. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? To debate. Yes. So let's bring on the humans real quick. Okay, so who you want to start off with? Let's bring in Scotty. Scotty.
I miss Scotty.
Yes,
I miss Scotty. I miss you, brother. I'm really glad you're on. And in case anybody is wondering, that is
Miss Parker. Miss
Parker.
Shout out to Warren and Scotty. All right.
What's going on?
So, humans. Well, number one, Scotty, welcome back to the panel.
Thank you.
How are you doing, sir?
Okay, man. What's good, Joe?
That's great. Warren, are you ready to get wore out to this evening?
Sup, niggas?
Oh, man. All right. So y'all see what we see already. See what's up, niggas? Like, goddamn, like he already ready for war. Oh shit.
Jones base too.
All right. So
Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
Yeah, what's left of got another week or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then we're in March. We're in the war season. So you guys have been here, what we've been talking about. So is there anything you guys like to retort or any questions you might call out?
Well, I had mentioned in the comments because you're talking about how you doing there. You mentioned Black History figures. So what's his name? I can't remember. One of my favorite TikTokers on wrestling talked about black allies in wrestling, and he did a little deep dive on this guy named Sputnik Monroe. Y'all know who that is?
Yeah, someone told me about Sputnik Monroe.
Okay,
yeah, go ahead, bro. I don't want to interrupt.
Anyone listening that didn't know, basically Sputnik Monroe was a white wrestler who basically used to bring a whole bunch of black people to shows, and when the promoters would kick him out, all the black people would leave with him, and the promoters started noticing the ticket sales, like black people had a real heavy effect, so they had to do away with that shit. Like, yo, Sputnik, bring all the black people you want. So like he was also heavy into the civil rights activism. He was a real one.
Cool. Awesome. Where did you have anybody, or did you need to use Google.com?
A great black wrestler from history?
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, first off, let me give a big shout out, big Black History Month shout out to Teddy Long and Doom, the first wrestling trio to bring do-rags and jerry curls to the national television. Okay, national television. Wow. They all had, listen, Ron Simmons and Butch Reed was both rocking the jerry curl. Teddy Long had the do-rag. And listen, at that time, the only man I seen wear a do-rag was my pops. So Teddy Long wearing the do-rag on national TV, that was real. And back in the day, like, you just did not get that kind of black representation on your wrestling. It just wasn't a thing. So Doom and Teddy Long was heels, but I messed with him. You know what I mean? I messed with him. I was definitely a big fan of Doom. Even when they wore the mask, you know what I mean? Them dudes was ridiculously jacked, and they was smoking everybody. So, shout out to Teddy Long and Doom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait. So we did, anybody mention New Jack?
I forgot to mention New Jack. That's right.
Yeah. I don't really mention S comics on here. I mean, just saying. I mean, because like every time you turn around, this man was almost he was committing,
attempted murder
the undead
on camera.
Yeah. Hey, he paid his debt to society.
Hey, first off,
for whom? For whom? The fuck?
To whoever arrested him.
New Jack was on freaking Dark Side of the Ring talking about. I took one bump.
Yeah. Nigga, that part. No, shout out to New Jack though, because like New Jack was like, he was a real one. I mean, even though this man almost committed murder, but once again, he was a real one, and I can really respect that. Yeah, I love me some New Jack, and I will not mention D'Lo Brown on this podcast at all.
Wait, you still on that D'Lo Brown?
I really am. I'm like, this man, but listen, I think dude had too much sugar. He was hyperactive when he was on here. And this man said that his mic skills were better than The Rock's. I said, bitch, where? How is that humanly possible?
Bro, like,
and I'm just like, listen, Ware said some really crazy shit on here. But, that man, that man over there, huh?
I said, y'all really be trying to slander your boy.
Huh?
Y'all be pinning all type of stuff on me that I ain't even say.
Wait, we was all here,
I literally gave you a compliment, but bro, like I'm like, bro, like I know you are like really one of my worst enemies on here, but
this ain't about me.
Let me get out. But what that man said was absolutely ludicrous. Like, I mean, and he really was telling his truth, which I have no problem with that, but I have to bring him back to reality. I shouldn't have cussed him out like that, and then Scotty told me, like, Chris, your blood pressure, you know what I'm saying? So, I apologize for that, It just don't ever say no ludicrous shit like that again. That's all I really care about. But other than that, let's talk about the TNA situation. What is going on in that company?
No, I don't fuck with TNA after that at all.
Oh, you don't fuck with them, period?
After what they did to Scott D'Amore, absolutely not. No.
Scott D'Amore actually. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, and this is the thing. This is the thing. Here's a deep dive into this in probably about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The people that own TNA's video library, who contribute to their funds, who contribute to their programming, is Endeavor. And Endeavor is with who? WWE. So, apparently, allegedly, Scott D'Amore was spending funds, too much money, and they let him go. This is the problem with letting Scott D'Amore go. Scott D'Amore was actually there when TNA was vastly an underground sensation. He knows what he's doing. They let him go for a small, minute reason that could have been handled with him and an accountant, and he could have explained himself better, and he could have moved forward. The reason why they let Scott D'Amore go, in my personal opinion, is because he's not their guy. He's not their yes man.
I mean, you're gonna have to. So that's it.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. They also said that the other company, Anthem, basically wanted to play it close to the chest in terms of who the president was, and like Hot Take said, they wanted a yes man. Because basically, they gave Scott basically free reign to do what he wanted, and it was actually working. But he was pinching the wallet. But this shit was working. People were starting to watch it again.
The programming got better because he put money into it.
Heck yeah.
So I think this is one of those situations where all the reporting is out there. And by the way, if you ever really want to report on TNA, The only source I really trust on TNA news is Mike Johnson, PW Insider. I think he has the best relationship with them out of anybody. He was getting good reporting on TNA back when it was still originally TNA and everybody was just shitting on TNA like that was the thing. Mike Johnson, to me, is the most reliable source for anything TNA related. But I think this is one of those things where there's a lot of information out there and nobody really knows except for the people at Anthem. So here's what I've gathered. I look at this a little bit differently. I look at the same facts that a lot of y'all have seen, but I just think it's actually something a little bit different. I think what happened here is I think Scott D'Amore was running TNA. He took it over in I think 2018, right? And he, was basically running it on a shoestring budget, for like 6 years. And he finally got it to a point where, where the buzz was like, where they had some buzz, and they look at WWE and all the business moves they're making, all the money they're making. They see that company is being run by Nick Khan on the business side. Nick Khan is a business guy. And I think they want to get some of that business. They want to make some more business happen. I think they look at what Scott D'Amore has done and the fact that he slow played the growth of this company for so long. And I think they just wanted somebody who they think is a more competent business person to take it over. And like, this is something I talked about on my pod a couple of weeks ago. I think that like I've seen this happen in the corporate world before. I used to work on a show, which I'm not going to name, but it was a show that was very popular and was being run on a very like shoestring budget, right? And at some point, the company decided they wanted to invest more in this show. And when they did that, they hired a big producer, and that big producer wanted his own producer that he would, train and mold in his own likeness to do things his way. Now, as far as the guy who was producing the show up to that point, to get it to the point where they wanted to invest in it, they said F him, and they never made him an offer. This is what big companies do. When they decide they want to invest in something, they want it to go their way. And so, is it dirty business? Yeah, it's dirty business. But I don't think that you got to think like the company's objective is to make money. And I think that look at what Scott D'Amore has done. Us fans, right? We look at Scott D'Amore and all he poured into TNA. He was clearly personally invested in the growth of TNA, but also as somebody who had been watching TNA like nonstop throughout the pandemic and all that, I wanted to see this growth happen way sooner than it did. And if fans were getting restless with the lack of growth of that company, then you can understand how corporate would have gotten restless with the lack of growth of the company. So again, the exact specifics of it, we'll never truly know, but I don't think they're trying to just cut the legs out of the company on purpose. Now, I think unintentionally, they have absolutely cut the legs out of the company, because I think the thing about wrestling companies is you need somebody who's personally invested in that company in order for it to go. When wrestling companies become corporate assets, wrestling companies go away because wrestling companies are money losers. You know what I mean? Until you get to a point where you have a truly hot product that makes money, wrestling companies are money losers. So, this could be the beginning of the end of TNA, in my opinion.
Yep. I think, and I can't believe I'm even saying this shit, but I actually agree with Warrens on that one. Yeah. I really think so, because I think that this was TNA's best shot to compete for the second spot with AEW. I mean, It's just what they did was completely stupid, because like I was the one to invest in watching TNA, looking at the new belts, and looking at the the cards and shit. I was really looking forward to its newfound growth. But now it's like that firing was basically counterproductive, because now you got wrestlers that's actively doing strikes on social media, putting out hourglasses and shit and saying, listen, you want borrowed time right now. You want borrowed time because once my contract is over, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And do you think that might be like some type of, like openly, like kind of defiance or whatever toward the company because of that shit? I mean, what y'all think?
I think outright, what's going on right now is that a lot of wrestlers are unhappy because the firing of Scott D'Amore would be like the firing of Triple H in a sense for WWE. Like that's how comparable it was. Because now you feel like a guy that knows the business. He's no longer in business, and whomever they hire is going to be more so predicated, like what Ryan said, on the business side of it. This is the thing about TNA. TNA has been in the red for a while. And it was going to take a lot for them to get out of the red in the first place, for them going from TNA to Impact all the way to getting back the TNA name. It's going to be a while before they get back in the green and make some money again because, again, they've overcommitted on certain things. They've tried to compete with certain parties that they shouldn't have in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, with the way that TNA has set up its actual business structure, if their goal is to be the alternative, then they can continue to be the alternative. When they had the Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay match, that shit was a banger. It was a great match. It was an amazing match or whatever. And does Scott D'Amore have something to do with that? Of course he does. Are they going to be able to conduct that without the knowledge and the kind of base that he has? I don't know. So whoever they get next, whatever happens next.
Wasn't he the head booker too, though?
Yeah, he was.
He was everything. He was literally everything.
So that's another thing. It's like a huge part of like the respect that TNA was garnering was because people respect what he was doing, especially with the women's division. So it's like we don't know if the next person that's coming is going to book the woman the same. We don't know what kind of champion they're looking for, and it's like people in the locker room. It's like, yo, we don't know this guy. They know Scott. Like that's why everybody's like taking it so hard.
And I think that's why this is the last hurrah of TNA, and that's very unfortunate because they made the transition back to old glory, and only for it to be ripped under the rugs of the wrestlers. Like, hey, we're gonna fire you because you're not sucking my dick right, type of shit. Pause.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, pause. Yeah. So, I mean, like what Warren said, like this is a dirty ass business, and it's just, it is what it is. Anything you guys want to bring up before I bring the whole entire panel on? Just want to give you guys your shine before we open up the floodgates.
Yeah, I mean, one thing on the TNA, I think that so listen, either this is a phenomenal, fantastic work. When I saw the thing with the hourglasses, right, my first thought was, I'm actually glad they're doing something because they needed badly to change the narrative away from the Scott D'Amore firing and get it back on the product. I think there's a chance, and this is possible, but it may not be all the way true. I think there's a chance that this could all be a really, really elaborate storyline. Like, I think in when ECW, way back in the days of floor model televisions, when ECW went to TNN, I think it was, they did a storyline where the network was like against the wrestling company, and I wasn't really watching ECW in those days, but I know that's like one of the storylines they were doing.
No, I remember that.
Kind of was playing out here, and I would hope so because otherwise this looks really, really bad. Like they put out the press release about re-signing Josh Alexander, and his wife quote tweeted, it said TNA re-signed Josh Alexander, like basically implying this was not a mutual thing. Like the press release said we've extended this contract, not we've agreed to an extension. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so like, and a lot of these guys, like I'm seeing Josh Alexander posting stuff about I'm open for bookings and all this other stuff, and I'm like, man, this just looks bad. And the problem is that in all of this, none of it is getting anybody excited to watch the show or go to the shows.
It's counterproductive.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's very counterproductive. Like, I can't believe they even did that shit. Like, I'm like, you got all this momentum only to fire him, like, what, a week later? After he basically rebranded TNA. The very name, the very fabric of TNA. He rebranded the belts, put on some banger-ass matches, only to be fired because he's not sucking D. I mean,
that wasn't listed.
I wanted to say that word so goddamn bad. But anyway, so yeah, let's open up the floodgates real quick. Thank you guys for basically fucking with us or whatever. So we're gonna bring on Storm. Y'all stay put. Y'all not going nowhere. We're gonna have a nice little discussion.
Chris, far be for me to actually agree with you on something. We're gonna ignore the disrespect you rendered upon Drew McIntyre a second ago.
I did.
Yes, you talking about who cares about Drew McIntyre?
I still stand on that. So like,
number one, how dare you? But number two, you have a point. You do have a point because one of the reasons that Seth's title reign has suffered is because he really hasn't had a solid, stable heel.
You doing?
It's kind of the same thing for Cody. He really doesn't have a.
I take move. Stay there. Hey Jada, how you doing?
That's a problem.
How you doing, Jada?
You was right about that.
No, and thank you for giving my plow because you act like you was going to kind of fuck me up or whatever or some shit.
Normally I would, but
Joe,
move back, Joe, move back. Sound like a challenge. Okay. So, once again, I'm just like everybody else. Like I just like to, I follow certain patterns with WWE. Now, for my understanding, I think he's supposed to re-sign like later on this year because I'm thinking like his contract was up. But it is actually not up until later this year. So I think he got like until the summer to re-sign or some type of shit. But Drew McIntyre really needs a belt. But I think what's going to happen is he's going to beat Seth Rollins, I believe, at WrestleMania, only for it to be stripped away from him from Damian Priest. I think that's going to happen, and that's going to send him completely over the edge. So, yeah. That's how I feel. Welcome, Smart Psych Wrestling. What's going on? And Barbro and also Stormy. So, Stormy, please do not come in here and bitch and complain because now you're on the show. So, you might want to take your spotlight, the little that you have, and make it mean something, this week, So, just want to kind of put that out there.
Hey, yo.
What?
What's going on, Smart?
Just started.
Yeah, like you're not gonna come. You're not gonna.
Let me go fetch my coat because I am the wrong one. You want
not the pootie tang, not the pootie satay. You get the satay.
Hold on, first of all, let me tell you something. See, light skinned is going to be nice to you because that's his role. Me, on the other hand, I don't give a fuck about you or your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Number one, you ain't gonna come for me. You ain't gonna come for No, I'm
forces energy.
No, because none of my ass.
Black forces versus white forces.
None of my
going
ass.
down.
None of my ass because number one, nigga, I'm doing your motherfucking and me.
First off,
I'm doing the same for you.
First off, let me talk to you. I'm not gonna be nice to him. He is my brother. And
you should be doing your job. The nigga, he came for us.
Focus. I'm not going to be nice to him.
I need you to stop being a fucking Cody Rhodes.
No,
stop it.
Let Stormy listen. What you do is with Stormy is
he's still getting his coat right now, y'all.
And there he goes.
Oh, he got the coat.
And once you
he got the glasses.
And the coat.
Let him dive over the edge.
Sarate.
And ruin his whole endless storm shit.
Where my damn belt at?
That's all that's gonna happen. It's gonna be
okay. So we're gonna start over. We're gonna start over. Hi Stormy. Hi Pootie Tang. How you doing? What's going on?
Dipset. What's it?
Excuse my French for disrespecting you. I'm sorry for doing that. I just really felt that you really came for me the wrong way. And because I'm the type of person, I'll gather your scalp and gather your life, and I would be Shane Son of this motherfucker and gather your fucking health if I wanted to, and swallow it in hell. That's what I would do.
Many can try, sir. Many have failed.
Yo.
Now, let's get one thing clear because y'all didn't read my comment and I said it twice. Start the circle.
I ignored
Start the circle. Now, if you be real, start the spin cycle. Cody Rhodes is literally, he's being Donald Trump right now. Y'all remember when Donald Trump...
Oh my God, he's taking my shit already.
Listen.
Okay.
Let me stand up for this one. Come closer.
Okay.
When Donald Trump first started running for president, he's a billionaire, right?
Yes, sir.
Who did Donald Trump get on his team, on his side to vote for him? rednecks down south because he convinced him that he's one of them. He worked hard. Cody Rhodes is a son of a legendary wrestler that y'all told me the last time. Dusty Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes is trying to convince us that, oh, I'm just like you. I had to work for this. You had a silver spoon in your mouth. What did you have to work for? You didn't have to work for this. If anything, the one who truly had to, Cody didn't have to do that much work. He didn't. His last name is just like Roman didn't have to
that
do
is
that
very
much
true.
work.
That
just
is
like
very,
the
very
Usos
true.
didn't have to do that much work. But you know who did have to do some work to get into something for to be for real? The man who carried after the Attitude Era, John Cena. That's somebody you say put in work. Cody versus
The same
John Cena.
person.
Wow.
Wait. Let me see if I can understand it. You talking about the same person that basically stole black culture from every black wrestler that was in WWE at the time.
Now you talking about the same person that all he had to do was rap on a bus and Stephanie liked it and just said, "Oh, do that," and that's how he got it. So yeah, he had to work hard for that. Really, that was working hard. That was working hard. But then, wait, I'm gonna cook now.
Wait.
So-called tribal chief
Let
ain't
Stormy
nothing
go.
but a
Let
black
Stormy
man
go.
in a jogging suit. Let's be real. The Usos didn't get back on top until they started acting black. Remember Usos locked up when they start acting black. So if you want to go there, where's their energy for the Annoy family? And don't get me started on Dwayne.
Didn't Cody end
Okay?
slavery?
Wait, stop. Let Stormy cook.
Like I said, Cody Rhodes, his current character, he's Donald Trump 2018. When Donald Trump very first started, he was a billionaire, but he got all them country folk on his side, and then everybody's so excited because, hey, he's just like us. He's a billionaire. Cody Rhodes currently, I'm just like you.
Isn't that the same thing I said? And yet people were at me talking about, Chris, that take was wild.
Okay.
But
all right.
yet,
Still wild.
You got
No.
Wait. First of all,
Chris can go.
First of all,
go after.
I didn't ask you for your after comments. I didn't ask for that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't wild. It was actually great. By the way, go ahead. All right.
Oh, wait. Also, Triple H, if you're watching this like you always do, run me my money because on my episode of What If, I did word for word, bar for bar, the exact moment between Jay and Jimmy Uso. Now you can go hot take.
Rare.
All right. Once again, Stormy came in cooking, but he didn't bring no seasoning at all. So the food is dry and everything is burnt. Stormy.
Oh wow.
Tell me that you've watched one Cody documentary. Tell me you've watched one. No? Okay, let me educate you then. Yes, Cody Rhodes is the son of the great and the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. Yes, and also Dusty Rhodes at one point had some money, and then he was broke, where he ain't have a dime, where he literally said that his father had to do a car commercial to keep his truck. He didn't get paid, he kept his truck. When Cody Rhodes got to the WWE in the first place, he was naturally gifted. Did they push him to the moon? No. In case you forgot, he had to do a tag team with a bad mustache.
Not at all.
With a bad mustache and Damian Sandow. Then he had to tag team with over and over again to the point where he became Stardust. Yes, he won the Intercontinental Championship. Yes, he beat the Big Show. All those things. Is Cody Rhodes the star he is now? No.
Hold up. Pause.
Pause, Stormy. No pause.
So you
I
just
let you
skip
go for a reason.
No, because you're skipping. You just skip. You gonna skip over when he first was with Hardcore Holly?
Wait, I can't.
That didn't even matter. Hardcore match.
No, stop. No. So we gonna skip over his stuff with Hardcore and build his character? We're gonna skip over fucking Legacy? Are you serious? You gonna skip Legacy and go went to when he was with Sandow? So we just skipping Legacy now. We just gonna skip.
Can we not forget about Mask Cody Rhodes also?
The no knee pads day.
Oh, the mask, the no knee
Cody's
pads.
not winning at WrestleMania.
Mask Cody Rhodes was great, by the way.
Okay.
Give me it.
So
go ahead.
So it seems like there's a lot.
WWE champion.
So it seems like there's a lot of retorts that's going on for Cash or Classic. Did you want to retort on that?
Oh yes, definitely.
Because
hot take kind of had the tip of the iceberg, but no, sir, you was in the kitchen cooking and you burnt cereal. Because first of all, you said the Usos didn't have to work. Remember, they was even doing their own tribe shit. Remember, before the bloodline, they was over doing and everybody talking about that was whack. But now that they, like you said, now that they had to do the black stuff, yeah, guess what? They had to do stuff. So at first they wasn't on top. At first they wasn't the big thing. At first they had to work too. Same thing with Cody. Just because you think they make a certain amount of money do not mean that they were making it. Just because you perceive a certain amount. And like you said, you didn't even watch the documentary. The man told you how his daddy, how he was raised with his daddy. So you really think he had a silver spoon, more like a brown spoon?
You just wear this whole situation. You wear it the whole situation.
You better talk about it. Okay. He was completely right and made a logical point.
No.
Fuck no.
He didn't do any of his research and made a bad assumption. That's what he did.
Okay. You burnt cereal, Stormy. How do you burn cereal? You burnt cereal in the kitchen. We tried to let you cook and you burnt cereal.
Purified water for your cornflakes.
That's bad. How do you burn Cinnamon Toast Crunch? That is bad, sir.
What is
Stop it.
Stormy? Stormy, what are you doing? You came on here with that Dipset jacket and that Avant do-rag and that damn clear glasses. You came in here thought you was cooking. No, you are Chef Boy or not.
I'm like,
no, sir.
Over here, how can you say he didn't put in any work? He started a whole other company. That's not work?
He literally left WWE, a company that had his most financial interest at heart and just paying him to be Stardust, to go to the bottom and do indie shows for 40 to 60 people to show he could just wrestle. He literally wrestled Kurt Angle, who can barely move 6 inches without hurting his neck.
6 inches?
What are we doing?
Wait, pause. Wait.
Why you fixate on 6 inches?
Shut the fuck up! Shit, he just fucked up my train of thought. Never mind. Just go.
It was that easy, huh?
Stop this narrative that because you see Cody Rhodes in good suits now that he didn't have to come from the bottom.
Just because he got hard bottoms don't mean he didn't come from the bottom. Stop it. Stop it.
Are y'all done?
Stop it.
He literally was going to act.
Okay, once again, you and you guys are listening with your emotions. Let me try this one more time. I'll give you an example. Who do you think had to put in more work? New Day?
Wait, Brody. I know that you're new here, but you have to wait till
about WWE too.
I understand, but you're gonna have to wait your turn. So, wait until the person finishes their comment, then we'll get you.
All right.
Go ahead.
I didn't even hear them talking. Now, you just said a lot. Oh, you're cooking with the Sonny and blah 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 blah. Whatever you said.
No, you both purifies water in context.
Let's try this. Usos. Yes, even though they came out doing their island crap, who namesake did they use? Y'all forgetting who's their daddy? They were still known as Rikishi's boy. They still gonna get their TV time, which they did. No matter how whack they asses were, they still would get their TV time because they were Rikishi's boy. There was another. No, stop. Because I just let y'all stand there and allow my name. Talk about my Jack as much as y'all want, but now it's my turn.
Go ahead.
Yes, on top of the namesake, you also have to have the talent. I'm not saying they don't, because Rikishi had another boy, Angel, didn't cut it, didn't make it, didn't work. Look at the Hart family. TJ, unfortunately, he got hurt. They tried again, didn't work out. The other dude, David, didn't work out. So I'm not saying the name, you also have to have the talent. Now, like my example, the New Day, they were literally about to be fired, and to their face, they got told, if y'all don't get claps, pack your bags, get the fuck out of my building. That's what happened. That never happened with the Usos. The only reason the Usos changed their character was because the merch sales stopped coming in. They wasn't nobody buying their merch until what? They turned into us. Yeah, locked down. I'm Jay. I'm Jimmy. Ooh, locked up, packed up. Roman Reigns left for a while. Got new teeth. Yes, I know he was sick, but let's not keep it real. Roman Reigns came back with brand new and start acting like everybody uncle who just got paid and got the new J's on. Let's keep it a stack. Who else? Hit roll anytime something going. So, like I said, Cody Rhodes is trying to act like he this guy who went and got it out the mud. Okay, yes, he started AEW. I get all that. I've seen guys lose it all, go to other companies, help companies get revived. Drew Galloway in Impact, Bobby Lashley, the walking Armageddon, who is Roman Reigns copied off of it. There, but again, all y'all do, y'all get so caught up in y'all emotions, you fucking Cody crybabies, and you don't listen.
My turn. Sir, just because, clap for the cereal burner, because just because the
take my damn coat off.
Just because the mud don't look like how you think it should look, don't mean that it's not mud. Don't mean that he didn't come from some type of mud. Just because it's not the same type of mud that New Day came from, just because it's not the same type of mud that somebody else came from, don't mean that it's not his mud. It was mud for him to fight to get where he is now.
Wait.
No. I let you cook.
Wait, stop. Everybody stop. Go ahead, Chris.
Wait. We are not going to go back and forth.
Wish I knew you wanted me.
We are not going to go back and forth. You humans are going to be calm, okay?
I am not the same. I am a Martian.
No. I will mute you. Don't fuck with me, okay? Listen. Say what you gotta say.
Scotty, beat me up. Beat me up, Scotty, because I'm ready.
Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say. Everybody, mute, please.
Take it there, Doc.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
He's preaching.
Like I was saying, sir, Stormy, look, I get it, but no, it's not pure emotion I'm listening to. And here's the thing, that's the type of stuff I hate when people just listen with emotion. Now listen to what you said. It was a pure emotion statement. You said he didn't get it out the mud, but you mentioned other people that got it out some type of mud. Just because it's not the type of mud that you used to or that you like to see somebody like to come out of, don't mean it's not a mud situation for them. That was still a fight. Okay, no, he did not just have a silver spoon. He more like had a bronze spoon. Now you just burnt 2 boxes of cereal. That is a shame, sir. You are wasteful of food stamps. You are wasteful.
Not to cut you off.
Okay.
Not to cut you off.
Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that, sir?
You can't, because your plate was saying like the Usos had to become black to do a certain thing or had to be hip hop in a certain culture. That can go down the road for anybody. Cody literally was at the bottom of the card. I don't know if anybody remember. He had a group with Ascension. Do anybody know who that is? Remember?
We know. We remember.
Okay, Ascension.
Member Barry's member.
That was at the bottom. Cody went from wrestling in arenas to gyms to get his name back up. He's not acting like he's one of us. He said, I know what it's like to work from the bottom too. He gave up a 2-salary job to go get a championship that his father never won. I'm going to say it again for those of you who are good with money. He gave up a 2-salary job to go win the championship that his father never won in the first place. The reason why people are so involved with the Cody story is because it's an underdog story. It's not a Trump lie. It's an underdog story. We don't have a lot of underdog stories in the first place. So before you make your next point about Cody Rhodes being blessed with a silver spoon, understand that he is an underdog, which is why people cheer him on. Do not come back on this mic, Stormy, and make examples of athletes that have pro wrestling fathers that had to change their narrative to be good again, because that's what you're going to do. Go ahead.
All right, before you go, everybody, thank you so much. Everybody, shout out to the comment section. Appreciate you guys. First, no, we are not at 10.k likes. We are almost there. I appreciate you guys. And also, give me some of them donuts, please. You know what I'm saying? We still got that go. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Appreciate you.
Donuts.
Shut up. Be quiet. Anyway, Stormy, go ahead.
Number 1. This whole thing. I don't remember Cody Rhodes being a billionaire to go to TNT. Tony Khan a billionaire, so again, he used somebody else. Number 2, How can he be an underdog when he always wins?
Bro, am I gonna be able to talk?
He wins everything. What underdog? What's the underdog? What underdog? You know what y'all sound like? This is just like when CM Punk told John Cena, you've become your biggest fear. You're no longer the underdog. You're not the Boston Red Sox. You're the New York Yankees. Because give WWE their credit. You can always win, and they will get everybody, just like y'all two. Man, I don't know how Punk gonna be Shin. Beat him first time he made up. He just got missing. I don't think Cody can do it. But one again. Oh man, he got Brock Lesnar. I don't know if he. Cody wins. Man, he just got jumped. Cody won. Man, he got that pec must. He beat Seth Rollins 3 times in a row for no damn reason.
With a broken titty.
With a broken, a torn pec. I've seen the only reason Cody Rhodes loses is, of course, the bloodline. That poor old Cody.
He lost to Brock Lesnar.
What's his dog name? Wishbone? If only Wishbone was here.
Don't say it again. Don't say it again.
Hold on a second, bro. Wait a minute. Now, hot take.
Oh my God, Stormy.
Tell me I'm not lying. Ain't this Cody Rhodes every single week? You know, last week, guys, I just had to come out here and I just wish my dad was here because in '78 he took his first shit here, and I just wish I could take a shit like my dad. I looked at Brandy.
I'm done with you. I am so done with you. I am done with you, my nigga.
I looked at Brandy and I looked at Liberty and I said, and it says come out. Come on, Cody. Come on, Cody. Don't you want to take a shit with your daddy? You don't want to be like that. Like, come on. Cody Rhodes has been saying the same thing for the past 3 months. Look at me. You know what I'm lying? And then wait a minute. And then here's another thing. Your underdog gets 30 minutes a week for no reason. Cody Rhodes gets his full interest just to come out and say, "Did y'all see the NBA game last night? All right, y'all. Love you. See you next week." Cody Rhodes come out. Now I don't know how I'm gonna take down Roman. And then your so-called underdog gave her his spot 2 weeks ago. We just gonna forget that, right? We just gonna act like that didn't happen on live TV. He didn't bitch out to the Rock.
You know why he's the underdog?
Hold on 1 second, Scott, because Brody, I heard what you said under your breath that you don't have a chance to talk. I'm going to give you your chance to talk.
Wait, Brody, you walked into the middle of a war. You will break your turn.
Ooh.
This is war game. This is war games.
I mean, Brody, this is.
You try to come into a room full of dogs, boy. You go wait.
But go ahead, Brody. Go ahead.
Are we still not gonna ever talk about Roman he's gonna beat Cody again and then hold it until he beats the record or not? You're not gonna.
Well, he about to maybe turn the Roman Reigns on this damn show. Hold on.
No.
It's not gonna be the big dog. It's gonna be the little dog. That's what it is.
So you don't want Roman to win, or
I want Cody to win, but they're gonna give it to Roman to let him hold the record and beat the record until next year. That's what I'm assuming.
You assuming? You so with assumptions, boy? You come on this show with assumptions.
Now, boy, not on Black History Month. Not on Black History Month. Not
boy. First of all, get your mic out of your mouth.
Dude.
Yeah, that's what I like. Oh yeah, that's what I like. Come on, step onto the stage. Step up. Show your face.
F5.
Oh wait.
Okay. All right, this got a little personal. Okay, first off, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. First off, let's all calm down. Okay.
Right, you're not right.
Let's all bring it
Everyone
down.
take a deep breath.
You heard what he said? He said, F5.
Matthew Taylor. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I have an important question. Matthew Taylor, that is Jada Parker, who is in NXT. She's just lovely. We just are such big fans of her. For those of you that don't know, she's going to the Hall of Fame.
Hold on, big fan of her wrestling.
Huge fan.
She had half of a quarter of a third of a match.
Huge fan. She has a move. She has a move where she does. If you remember how Sasha Banks does that little meteor on the corner where she does that.
I'm so done with
Jada Pinkett has it, but she's turned around.
Did you just call her Jada Pinkett?
Excuse me.
I thought that fiction was your mom.
Wait. I wasn't right though.
Now, guys, let's let Brody cook for a little bit, then we'll come back to it.
Right. So everybody, want to let everybody know we have made it to 10.2K likes. Thank you guys.
Yeah, clap it up.
Please remember to keep sharing, keep hitting the screen. Thank you guys so much. Brody, go ahead.
All right. So, Stormy, you want to talk so much stuff, right? When Cody actually almost gets you, but what's his name? Oh, I got him. Let's talk about the Usos here. When they have Jay and Jimmy going against each other, that's probably gonna end up being a bad match because they're both gonna be pretty brothers versus brothers.
Hold on, brother. I am so sorry for cutting you off, bro. TikTok told me to let you go. You might have to come back in like 5 minutes. I'm not exactly sure, but it says something about your age or something like that. It's some weird. I don't know what the fuck that was all about.
We have a child amongst us.
Yeah.
Will you stop it? Calm down.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. It just told me just to remove you.
Come back out, Brody. Leave it. Come back out, Brody.
Yeah, leave and come back out, and then I'll just say the spot for you guys. Okay, go ahead. Well, damn, he left too. Okay, goddamn.
Well, I was gonna say to him, kid, in the words of John Cena, this is a promo. Don't forget your lines.
First off, Stormy, come here. Number one, as a fucking father, come on, bro. You knew that was like a 16-year-old.
You knew for damn well that was
Hey, wait, it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
You took the put his hand jacket off for the child.
Stormy,
You about to
he
take
was
the belt
a
off.
child.
You about to take the belt
Listen.
off.
He was a baby. His balls
Put your
ain't
belt
even
Hold on. I understand he's a kid. But with all due respect, as soon as I hear him start talking, that's why I don't know if you saw me. I did this. I was like, oh boy, this is gonna go.
Yeah,
Bro,
I got cameras like.
I'm sorry, bro. As soon as I heard, I don't know, I said nope.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's why you saw me dip out the camera.
Sorry to the
I
host.
But y'all know what we all should have just learned right now? What we all should just learn right now? TikTok is monitoring the fuck out of all of our channels. They know who's who, what our ages are, what our content is.
Indeed.
And they said, yo, that's a child. Get him the fuck out of here.
But why
and
me
you know
though?
what?
Look at my beard. Look at my beard. Since I'm a kid.
Yes. So I got a question from Anthony. He said, "Hey Chris, what do you think about Bully Ray saying Cody could match The Rock on the mic?
What, currently or all time?
All time or yeah? That's a good
because if it's currently, then yeah. You know, he'd be like,
right,
let me tell you something, Utah.
And to be really honest with you guys, like, you know, if you guys watched our show, hashtag Kills for Life this past Sunday with our boy Frankie Picard, we literally cooked The Rock in that Versace vest. I mean, this man looking like Crane's android body, you know, from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wow. So I don't know. You know,
that's not right, bro.
I know that's not right. I was
He's
not
52, bro.
I called him a turtle villain.
Listen,
He said he looked like Donatello off the shell.
Is wild.
I was not responsible for that. Okay,
A Ninja Turtle villain is wild, yo.
I was not responsible for that. Please,
It's
listen.
your show. How are you not responsible?
Light skin, do not come for me like that. You
Freaking
on strike
Bebop and Rocksteady
too.
out here.
All you had to do was give The Rock some pizza and it'd be good.
No. Listen, I said that the top of his head was wild to me. The only thing that he needed was that antenna. That was it. You know, it's just I just okay.
You called him Bebop.
No, I didn't.
You don't disrespect your half black brother like that.
No. First of all, my brother will at least acknowledge his blackness, other than when it's time for him to do so, when I put him out there. But I digress. Moving on. Mel, you have not said anything all day because of the weekend that's been going on in this bitch. Do you want to say something, sir?
Yeah, I was going to say, you really have, this is the Hollywood Rock or Ricky Starks Sr.?
I sure did. Yes, I did.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. Hey, I just want to say this show is amazing, first of all.
Thank
and
you.
I want to see the future is right behind me, as you can tell. That's going to happen. I know you don't like her.
So if she is the future,
Is she
then why is she in the past? Why is she in the back?
because it's about wait till what's about to happen after.
Sir, like I mean,
hey, she was supposed to be in the elimination chamber, but
so once again, like they're treating their future like she's trash.
No, you're not seeing they're treating her like top star. You're not seeing her have her. You want to sign here? Do you want to sign here? After Rhea loses in Mania, I'm sorry. After Becky loses to Rhea, that's what's gonna happen because Becky's not gonna finish nothing because she's trash, especially her promos lately. D'Lo Brown does better promos than her.
No.
Why?
I did that on purpose.
No, I seen what he did there. Yeah,
I did it on purpose. Chris knows what I'm talking about. I did that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But no, all serious though. I didn't know the Good Brothers went to NXT. That's pretty bad.
They did.
That's pretty sad. Like, is that what we're doing now?
Yo, that great up and coming talent on NXT, man.
You know why?
Young up and coming talent.
They trying to get that certain free agent out there.
Wow.
But once again, I think this is a problem with WWE. If they're not being utilized, you go down the development. This is not a third brand, and yet they're treating it like a third brand. It's really pissing me off. I don't know about everybody else, but you got veterans that have money in bank briefcases, and we are almost at gold. Thank you guys so much for that. I don't know if everybody's just going to ignore this shit or because it's some tribalism shit that's going on. We are 80%, almost there. So I need y'all to don't. We may go, everybody. Thank you. So, is that a problem or is it just me? I don't know.
So look
at it.
One at a time. I don't know. Okay, so let's go to Scott and then we'll go down the line.
You talking about veterans? You talking about? Look at someone like Corbin. At the end of the day, his paycheck is the same, and he's on TV every week. Like, what does he really have to complain about per se?
That he's trash.
Yeah,
I think Corbin is trash.
Use of a very crowded
Corbin
roster.
is
Beg your, you're bugging. I'm sorry, Corbin has not won bad match since.
Once again, so you have to go to development to actually become great again.
He hasn't been developed. They literally just got rid of him and JBL, which was a bad idea to begin with, and let him do his thing.
But sir,
that's not even a developmental decision. They said you go down to NXT, be the lone wolf again, do your thing, and he's been doing it.
Okay, number one, he's boy-headed. He's not the lone wolf. He is actually the short wolf. And number two, okay, maybe he should not go back. Maybe he should just stay there. Maybe that's for him. Maybe that's what's best for business. He called him the bald wolf.
The bald wolf.
I think the bald
real quick, because I don't think that we're looking at the actual picture of what's going on. They want to make Jade Cargill such a big deal that they're overtraining her and overqualifying her to be able to get in these matches to do certain things. They put the Good Brothers down there in the tag team division in the first place because it's actually a competitive tag team division. Storm said that WWE has a problem with having its main roster tag team division or whatever.
I agree with Stormy.
But I also agree with him in that nature too. So how do you do that? If you make NXT's tag team division step up with a great tag team like the Good Brothers, now you're creating the narrative of great tag teams again in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Number one above all this, above anything else, you want Jade to be a star. But you can't have Jade go against Rhea Ripley and Rhea Ripley literally run circles around her just to defeat her momentum in the first place. So she should start from the bottom. Look dominant for a while, look great for a while, have 3 or 4 good matches, and after a while you give her in the championship race and championship picture thereafter.
Okay. All right. I mean, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I'm okay.
I'm
with
sorry.
You laughing at me. No, you laughed at me. It's okay.
I'm
okay.
sorry. You wasn't supposed to hear that. No, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to cry. It's just Black History Month.
You're right. I'm sorry. You wasn't supposed to hear that. Okay,
right.
So anyway,
about the elimination chamber. They don't want to put her in the elimination chamber because they don't want her to lose the momentum.
Disrespectful.
I'm on this show with you.
Okay,
I'm supposed to be your co-host.
Exactly.
Okay?
That's
I mean, you are.
And you want to give me
On Black History Month, on a mostly all black panel, we want to laugh at the shortest person here. That's messed up. Y'all are messed up.
I mean, that's what happens when you wasn't taking your Flintstones when you was a child. I mean, that's what happens. Maybe you have brittle bones. Maybe that's what that is. I mean that has nothing to do.
I'm not fucking with you at all. Yo, real quick, can I just add in about Jade real quick?
Go ahead, brother.
I understand like not rushing her in the ring before you think that she's ready. That's all fine and good, but you're telling me she can't cut a promo or anything? She can't do a backstage interview, a one-on-one, anything, so you could inform your audience of who she is, because let's be honest, a majority of the WWE fan base, let's not be surprised, maybe didn't even watch her in AEW, so they got to inform this new WWE fan base of who Jade Cargill is, because let's be honest, she hasn't been in an actual wrestling match, correct me if I'm wrong, since May of last year. They haven't seen her wrestle in that long. She signed back in September. I understand she had personal family issues that she stepped away from, that she was trying. But I'm saying, can we show off her personality? Can we get a promo, a backstage interview, something? Can you keep your fan base informed on who the hell she is and what she's about?
I think there's
but wait, man, because we all gonna have retorts on this one. Okay, so my first retort is number one. This is what happens when you are pro WWE. So when you are pro WWE, you sit your ass right there in that bubble. This is what happens. It is not my fucking fault that your ass want to be fucking moist like a fucking baked potato. That is not my fault.
Jesus! Not a spud. Not a wet spud. Calm down, Chris. Not a wet potato.
Why is the baked potato so wet?
Stop it! Stop it, sir! Stop it now!
Come on. Let's go.
I'm trying to get my thought out. I'm sorry.
Your analogy. No, because we're not going to move past this. Why is it a wet baked potato?
So many wet... What?
So many things could have been wet. Pause.
Wet waffles
I really feel like you mind effed us. I really feel like you mind effed us.
Okay.
So now everyone is in the thought process. Damn, can a baked potato really be wet? Can that happen?
Really? Like,
Y'all remember that scene from Soul Train with John singing the potato?
As I was moving on with the baked potato being wet and moist and shit and smelling it and whatever. But the problem is that Jay was doing all that shit for the last 3 years in another company that you motherfuckers do not want to talk about, but then yet sat back and said that you want her to be in a company. Parents, peoples that's out there love you, Warrens, love the bald head, love the mustache, but you know what I'm saying, I still don't like you for even saying this, and your people for saying this, that you guys do not want to watch other companies, but then yet you want this motherfucker to come in your company because of what? Because of fandom? Because you don't want her to be in AEW, so now you think you hurting the competition? And now we're supposed to do do-overs now. So now you want the PG Storm now. You want the X-Men 97 now next week. But you know, whatever. The thing is like, wait, one more time. Let me land. Let me park my plane or whatever. The problem is that is what YouTube is for. If you have never seen her promos, you need to go and do YouTube. You need to use your references, like some people do not like to do, but you know, whatever. But once again, I'm not going to do redos. I know what she can do. I know she, no, not towards you, but I know what she can do. It's not my fault that other people don't aware of her, but then yet want her to come in the company, but don't know who the fuck she is.
Hold on, Smart. Can I just retort real quick?
I'm gonna clap myself. Thank you.
I'm 100% agree with you. Like, and trust me, that's just for the only pro WWE crowd. And I just want to make a quick last point on Jade. It's always funny when we hear from the only WWE crowd that they always say, "Oh, AEW fumbled the Jade Cargill. Tony Khan fumbled Jade Cargill." Let me ask you something. let me ask you, if they fumbled Jade Cargill, then why the hell did WWE sign her? Indian treatment? Why did she get the red carpet treatment if we ruined her, if we fumbled her? Fumble is not a good thing. Fumble is a turnover of football. I'm a football coach of 15 years. A fumble is a bad thing. That means we ruined her. No, Tony Khan at every turn and opportunity made her look like a star. Outside of the ring, on her promo work, on her mic, she looks like $1,000,000. So if we fumbled her so badly, so badly, how come she got the ESPN treatment like nobody else has ever gotten before?
Be next.
Her.
Wait. Because classic. Okay, so classic Stormy wearing Scott. All right, go ahead.
First of all, I'm saying this as a guy. I love you guys. Okay, so to your question on
dog,
should
anybody
she
ever
do a
tell you
promo?
you look like Darrell Reeves?
No.
Yo,
wow.
You gotta get that shit a lot, dog. You look like Darrell Reeves.
No,
like
you just
can he complete his shit without your bullshit? Go ahead.
Okay. I get it. Yeah, and again, from watching AEW from day one and watching Jade from day one, for that question about a promo, I say no. Yes, they did try their best to make her look like a star. They tried their best. But the promos, let's be honest, did the promos from her sound all the way good? Please tell me. In AEW, please tell me, did it sound all the way good? Wait, hold on. Even though she needed a manager, remember Stokely?
Yeah.
So, and usually when they need a manager, that means they can't talk. So it's like, so with the whole question about her doing a promo, I was kind of iffy on that anyway too. I'm thinking they're still trying to figure out if they're gonna have to do a promo or if they're gonna have a manager. I'm kind of on the fence on that one too, because like, yes, they made her look. Yeah, she got the look down pat. She got the athleticism down pat. But on the mic, I'm sorry. Look, the only thing that was great about the whole open mic night bitch thing was that it was funny. Other than that, it wasn't a hitter like that. Like really.
Yo, can I just ask you a quick question, like with WWE and Jade, real quick? How long do we wait until we start to think, do they even have a plan for her? How long are we going to wait until we decide that? Until we start asking that question?
I'm thinking that now. I'm saying I'm thinking that now. I was just saying to your question about the promos, but I'm thinking that now. Like, okay.
But I was just saying about the promo thing. Like, listen, you made this big investment in her. Like, at least, like, you know, if not gonna put her in the ring, like, do something with her. Do something. Let her engage the crowd. That's all I'm saying. But no, I'm not saying her promos were like top tier in AEW. No. I mean, listen, they got no. I should have explained better. Like, they got very repetitive over time. It sounded cool the first couple times, like, you know, cut this shit, blah blah blah. But it was like over and over and over again. It was very repetitive. It didn't have a lot of depth to me. But all I'm saying, like, just I'll leave this bit, like you just said, Smart. Like, you're thinking about it now, but everyone else here, how long do we start to wait and think, like, do they even have a plan for it, or was WWE's plan just to take it away from W?
I mean, that's basically what it was.
I don't think that's. I think the assessment. I think, and I'm not to cut you off, bro. I'm gonna get right back to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the assessment of it all is, if you know Triple H, you know one thing. Triple H don't like 5-minute matches. He don't like to do stuff in the short-term process. It's a long-term thing. It has to be a long-term thing that makes sense for Jade. Obviously, if he's going to put Jade in a situation where she can shine, she needs somebody to be her mouthpiece. If she's going to put her in matches, he's got to be able to get her in the first place. In the Royal Rumble, if you notice, she had to show her strength. Even though it may have been a botch or may not have been a botch in the first place, they had to highlight her good features. With the style, the way the WWE is going to do it, they're not going to let Jade go out there and talk to us for 2 or 3 minutes. Because honestly, as a wrestling fan or whatever, you've seen, like, as everybody in who watches, like, probably both AEW and WWE, you've realized that Jade is the attraction. Not her promo, not her wrestling. She's the actual attraction. Go ahead, Classic. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Pretty much all saying on the point of what did you say? Oh yeah, AEW taking people. I mean WWE taking people. Jade I feel like she wasn't taken because it was her choice to leave. If it's your choice to leave, like that's like
no.
It was her choice. Did she not say I'm choosing to go here?
Technically,
no, you're right. She it was a choice to go, but I'm saying like, but can we also agree that two things can be true at the same time?
Yeah.
Listen. We all knew. We're not surprised that the end goal for her. Honest, as an AEW fan, WWE is a way better fit for her personality, for her star making, for her star potential. I think WWE is the best location for her. That's just my opinion. Like, listen, because you look at what AEW Women's Division does prioritize more is the in-ring action. So that's why I say Jade would be a better fit for WWE. Because that's just my opinion. But like to spark some opinion, yeah, it was her choice to go. She wanted to go to WWE, but let's be honest, like two things can be true at the same time.
That's true. Stormy, you had your hand up. Go ahead, bro.
WWE is doing exactly what they planned on with Jade Cargill. She's behind the scenes at all the business meetings, getting all the money from them perverted little white dudes. As soon as you walk into the room, all eyes are on her. That's what's happening. You want to know how they got that Netflix deal? Hey, y'all ever seen Storm in real life? Hey, Jade, come here real quick. Hey, Jade, give me that water out the cooler real quick. Jade Cargill walks into the room and everybody in corporate America stops, looks, go, oh my God. You go to WWE headquarters.
So she's literally being treated like Stephanie, but
I'm just saying.
God,
like,
no, damn it.
No, think about it. Netflix deal. They didn't send Bianca. They didn't send Becky. They didn't send Bailey. They sent the new girl they just signed, Jade Cargill. When Tony Khan announced AEW was coming to HBO Max, who did they send? Jade Cargill. Jade, like you said, hot take, she is the attraction. She just signed the deal with Skims. You don't know what Skims is? They that little lingerie, little thingy line to make new colors and stuff. Jade Cargill is getting the bag, not doing the damn thing. Big Ten championship game, Jade Cargill was there with the Undertaker. I know Undertaker was like, "Where's Charlotte?" Not Jade up. Go out there, walk. Just trust me. Just trust me.
We should all strive to be a Jade Cargill.
But listen,
as the old man.
Also with WWE, I feel like the end game was going to be. Because the first person who Jade called out while she was in AEW, it was Charlotte Flair. That was the first person who she tagged saying, hey, what's up? Let's try a lifting thing. Let's do like a posing contest. It was Charlotte. I think Charlotte and Jade was going to be the main thing. It was going to be like the open challenge, like Jade come out here there, woo, who think they... We get the Jade and Charlotte matchup. That's what I think it was. But Charlotte tore ACL. Now it's looking like we fumbling. Now they're using Jade to swerve us. Because we all thought Jade Cargill was going to come out. Who we got? Rackback. Raquel Rodriguez came out. They got us.
Hey, don't
I'm back.
Gonzalez.
All right.
Look at my...
I did.
There will be no slander of Raquel Gonzalez in this
My bad.
podcast.
And then to the person in the comment section, you halfway right. Jade Cargill did come to NXT, but she got told you either going to be a mama or a wrestler. That's what made her leave. They told her she gets to be a mom or a wrestler. She left. And in AEW, Tony Khan gave her everything she wanted. He put her sorority on there. He let her cosplay. All he said was, you can't do Marvel. She like, shit. Damn it. What's next? I'm telling you, we going to see Jade Cargill in the MCU before in the wrestling ring, probably.
Where are you getting that?
Wait. Before you guys go, first of all, Mid-South, thank you so much for coming on.
Hey.
All right.
Hold on, yo, real quick. Can I need to talk to Hot Take real quick. Just a quick point to Hot Take. Listen, you just said no Raquel slander. I have to give some Raquel slander. She smiles way too much.
That's what the
because she's a good.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God!
I got.
Wait a minute. You cut me off just to say that bullshit.
Her smile is annoying.
You cut me off just to say that. First of all,
Yes.
I don't deal with Donald Trump supporters, so fuck that bitch. All right. So anyway.
Okay, wait. Can I have a question on that too? Because real quick.
No, because I'm trying to get to Mid. Stop cutting up. Mid, you had a question or a retort down there.
Which one?
It doesn't matter. Whatever one you want to pick.
Well, so I like listening to you guys, so I'll just pick individual times to just comment on certain things. So I'll comment on the whole Jade, why she fits better in WWE real quick.
Mm-hmm.
As the old head here who has been watching since the 80s, I'll tell you what the previous regime in the WWF looked for. when you walk into an airport, if you walk across someone and that makes you turn your head to look at them a second, a third, or fourth time, that's what they're looking for. That's Jade Cargill. That's why she's in WWE. It's because she turns heads. I loved her in AEW. I really wanted her to continue to grow, especially because she started off terrible and she just kept getting better and better and better. And I know we all can agree that we saw her getting better and better and better, not only on the microphone but also in the ring, working with Bryan Danielson. But truth be told, and I hate to say it about Camille, because Camille may be signing with AEW. They both belong in WWE. That's just a fact.
Stormy, you might want to take that down because TikTok is watching, and that might be the P word.
There's too much time for TikTok. Too much time for TikTok. My bad. Too much time.
Thank you, man. Warrens, did you have a question or did you have a retort, sir?
There's so many things. Goddamn, it was shit. I can't remember what I wanted to.
You only got 2 minutes.
There was a few things. One, the most recent thing was, Stormy, you said they told Jade she had to be a mom or a wrestler. Like, where did you get that from?
Mark Henry or Jade Cargill.
Oh.
He said that like on the radio. He said that they told her she had to be a mom or wrestler.
When she was at the training room, she got told you either gonna be this full time or you're gonna be a parent full time. You can't do both. You got to make a choice. And she left.
Okay, all right.
That was on a pod, right?
I was curious where you heard that from. All right, but as far as like what they, having a plan for Jade, like they don't need to have a plan for Jade. Like they don't. One of the things WWE does a really great job of, and we see this all the time, is pivoting. Like when something happens, right? They had a plan for it was going to be CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. CM Punk gets hurt in the Royal Rumble, right? It was going to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock at WrestleMania. Oh, everybody bitched about that. You know what I mean? So one of the things they do really well is pivot. That is to say, if Jade was ready tomorrow, they could come up with a story for her tomorrow. And they got so many stories locked in right now for WrestleMania. They don't need Jade anytime soon. But whenever they are ready to use her, like I'm sure they'll have no problem coming up with something for her to do. They got a very heavy roster. They can line her for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks to build her profile until Rhea Ripley had the damn title for a year. She ain't fought nobody. So there's no need for them to rush Jade Cargill into anything. And as far as why she would want to leave AEW, like, come on, man. Y'all know this is a room of AEW loyalists mostly. From what I can tell, and y'all know that they was never going to do nothing with Jade Cargill. They was never going to let her beat Britt Baker or none of their precious top women stars, and she saw that. So even though according to matching all
what makes you say that
offers, she didn't want to be there. And could you blame?
Can I ask what makes folks say that? Especially when it comes to someone who was just learning the ropes, who was just learning to be a pro wrestler.
Say that they was never going to let her.
That she was never going to beat. That she was never going to beat any of the top stars on the roster. That just sounds like a mindset that is not patient.
Well, no, it's to me, I don't know if it's a matter of patience. It's the fact of they gave her a title and stuffed her over on Rampage for
like a year. But you literally,
like we realized as soon as they just had her holding that title till Chris Statlander got healthy, so she could drop it to her in what was basically amounted to a squash, and then they did nothing with her. Like if you look at the time, effort, and resources they put into building Britt Baker, and tell me they did the same thing with Jade Cargill.
Your previous words was just that WWE doesn't have to do anything with her right now. But when she was in AEW, they needed to do something with her. They couldn't just stick her on Rampage. They needed to do something else with her. That's what I mean by AEW doesn't get the same leniency as WWE when it comes to this stuff. You have all the patience in the world for WWE, but in AEW, if you don't get it now, then she should be in WWE, or whomever should be in WWE until they go to WWE, and then they don't get the same time that they would have gotten in AEW because there's 1,000 other people on the roster that's getting that time.
Well, but I mean, if Patrick Mahomes throws an interception, do you think he's the same level of quarterback as Zach Wilson when he throws an interception? Like, it's not the same thing. Earned if you
clean that up. Clean that up for me. Clean. Sorry.
What?
Can you clean that up for me? Because if it's 10-10 in the Super Bowl with 3 seconds left, and Patrick Mahomes throws that interception, and that interception is returned for a touchdown, and the other team wins the game, then I don't understand your analogy.
Okay. I mean, you really just moved the goalpost a lot, but
you have to clean it up.
Even so, right? Like, I just made the analogy of a quarterback throwing an interception, right? And one quarterback who's very well known, very well respected because he's earned it, versus one quarterback who has not earned the same respect, right?
Okay.
And if they both make a mistake, like, anybody can make a mistake, but what track record do you have to make us say that this is mostly what you're known for versus
so
we know you do more good than bad?
So now you're saying because WWE is known for doing something and AEW isn't known for doing something, or are you saying because WWE has been around 65 years and AEW has only been around 4.5 years?
Well,
which one?
People. Well, no. That's the. I hear people. Ooh,
I'm just like y'all talk.
No, but like that's how building up a reputation works, right? Like, if you've been around for 60 years, you build up a reputation. If you've been around for 4 years, you have not had as much time to build up a reputation. But in the 4 years that you have been around, you have not shown any sort of. I think I talked about this the last time I came in here. In
you
the
are
5
full of
years
shit.
that AEW's been around, I think 2 black acts have gotten over.
Hold on.
Come on.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait.
Wait. So let me put this out here.
I love when words continue.
I'm gonna say this. So it goes back to what you just said 2 minutes ago. So you said that WWE has been around for 60 years. Then you went on to talk about you want to make comparisons to a company that's been there for only 4 years. But since you want to talk about African Americans, you telling me it took you 60 motherfucking years to get a WWE champion?
Yeah. But
I digress.
You say hold on. You say that as though there was not an exhaustive amount of hand wringing and people writing think pieces and all
but
that
you just
about
said,
the way black wrestlers were treated.
But bro,
WWE.
you just said
like
this company been here for 60. You just said this company been here for 60 years.
Turn back right, Rand.
You said this company been here for 60 years. You telling me that that's not a problem?
Rance, reverse. Then go right. Rance, go backwards.
What are you talking about? You took a wrong turn.
No, because you're lying.
Can I go, sir?
The treatment of black wrestlers in comparison to AEW versus WWE.
No.
But like I stated, like, bro, we just had Black History Month. We just said some shit about Black History Month about the WWE. And like, well, not about the WWE, but like the wrestling industry, period. You said that WWE has been here for 60 years, right? You say they built their reputation. Okay, I think your reputation is fucking trash because it blows my fucking mind that you have 100 white motherfuckers that is WWE champions versus 5. That is unacceptable, and yet you say that you like a company building their reputation, but when it comes to a company that's only been here for 4 years, you shit on them.
But here's Here's the thing. Here's the thing where we gotta get to right here, because you saying this as though I gave WWE some sort of a pass in this situation, because I absolutely did not.
Did you just do that for about 5 minutes?
Time out. You are the one who brought in the comparison with WWE. If you were to have any conversations with me pre-2020 about WWE and their presentation of black talent, I have all the same smoke for WWE I always have.
I don't agree with you. Go ahead.
I have a question.
And I got one next.
So let's
I'm
just
after
use,
a hot take. All right,
let's just use the pre-2020 thing that you just mentioned right there. if WWE's just started using black wrestlers the right way in 2020, that's literally 4 years. And that's the 4 years that AEW has been around. Now,
Okay.
I can get into the whole. I suppose since we're here, I can start talking about black talent and how they get developed in AEW.
You sure
So
can.
I'll say it like this: if I go start right now with a bunch of unknown wrestlers, which is what AEW did for the most part, unknown wrestlers, and I were to go and grab 10 black wrestlers off the shelf that nobody have ever heard of, how many of those black wrestlers should I rush to the top of the card without anybody knowing anything about them? Because unfortunately, if we take the numbers of all the wrestlers on the planet right now, 80% of them are not going to be black. It's just like with anything.
Let me know.
I would prefer AEW to rush a black wrestler to the top of the card in order for them to build them right, so that people outside of me actually care about them. Now, the only unfortunate position that I'm in is that I watch every damn thing, so I knew everybody anyway. So yes, at some points I wanted them to do more with black wrestlers, but when they started signing guys like Real Hobbs, who I never heard of, and they built him, when they started, what's the tag team name that just slipped my mind?
The Acclaimed. Private Party.
When they grabbed the Acclaim off the street, had them wrestling on dark, put them together, made them a tag team, and they shot up the roster. You can't get on them for that. Private Party beat the Young Bucks in their first match on TV. The first tag team, one of the first tag team champions in AEW was a black dude. Look what they're doing with Swerve Strickland. It's only been 4.5 years, bro.
No, so but okay, is it my turn now?
That's it.
It's my turn.
Yeah,
okay.
You got it.
All right, so first of all, it's only been 4.5 years. Like that comment seems to operate on the presumption that there has to be a certain amount of time for black talent to work their way up, which is bull.
Time out. Time out.
Wait,
you heard that wrong.
Please,
you heard that wrong.
Finish this shit
time
right
out.
Here. Because time out. No, hold on. Listen, you said AEW started and they had a bunch of talent nobody ever heard of. Well, guess what? If they got a bunch of talent nobody ever heard of, then everybody's on the same footing. Okay? Now, when AEW started, like, they had a bunch of people that people knew from, Indies and ROH and New Japan and all that stuff. Yada, 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 yada. I don't even care about that. At the end of the day, wrestling is a TV show. It's a TV show. You can write whoever the hell you want to be in the top spots. Period. You can write whoever the hell you want to be in the top spots. In NXT, right? Freaking Trick Williams is a guy they pulled off of NFL training camp. Carmelo Hayes is a seasoned independent wrestler who worked his way up. Oba Femi, he's a college football player they just brought out there. You bring these guys up. Wrestling is a TV show. And by the way, this is the same conversation I was having with people about why it's ridiculous that there wasn't no black WWE champions, because people were feeding me all that same bullshit about why, this guy can't talk, this guy can't wrestle. That's bullshit. You can put whoever you want to in those spots.
So you tell me Junkyard Dog did not deserve to be in that spot?
No, who said that? I didn't say that. Listen, I'm not going to argue things that I didn't say. So that's not.
I'm just asking. No, I'm just asking you.
What I'm saying is, the black guys are just as talented as the white guys. Okay, like you have a few people who are exceptional talent, right? Like an MJF, great talker, good wrestler. He's an exceptional talent. Everybody else, for the most part, very similar level. How hard would it have been for them to bring Will Hobbs out there and give him the Goldberg push, have him to start murdering people? How hard would that have been?
Okay, all right, Wentz, I gotta cut you off.
Wait.
Kenny Omega, Jay White.
Let me know when it goes, sir.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you guys two. We're gonna give you guys 2 minutes
in AEW from the beginning.
We're gonna give you guys 2 minutes to respond or whatever. Then we're gonna go to the elimination chamber. We got I don't know because I know it's getting a little bit late. If not, we'll continue this probably tomorrow on the cookout. If you got, you know what? That's what we'll do. We'll talk about the Elimination Chamber at the cookout tomorrow. After this, we'll do final thoughts, and then we'll continue with the Elimination Chamber tomorrow. Smart, first you, Stormy, then Barbro, and then Angel. Welcome to the show, Angel. Go ahead, Smart.
Hey, yo.
Wins, bro.
You were doing well at first, and then you took a pivot. Okay, I'm gonna start where I was going to help you at low key a little bit with the Jade situation, with the point you made for Jade. The only reason I agreed with you a little bit on what you said was because Jade herself said, "Hey, I would like to be in the picture with the Britt Bakers and the higher people." She actually said that while she was TBS champion. So I agreed with you on that part but because she said it herself. But then you took a left, bro. You took a left. Because yes,
hard left.
Predetermined, but there is such thing as having to be able to talk. And yes, it's like just because they're black or your favorite person or whatever, don't mean that they probably should be in the spot. That one. But it's like the whole argument about, oh well, it's just that easy. No, it's not that easy. They really do need to be skilled. They literally the ideal is for them to be skilled in the ring and on the mic. So then when you present them to people, you don't have to do that much. Again, like I said, the whole thing with New Jack, even though we say we don't want to really mention New Jack, but the reason why that whole OJ thing was so big was because he could talk already. So all Jim Cornette had to do was just say, "Hey, make white people mad," and then move back. That's all. Most people now need a full script. You feel what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's a difference now. So it's a whole difference of really determining who can be on TV, who can really go, who can really be in the limelight like that. Because you really need to watch that out. Even though they might be our favorites. Because let's be honest, some people like Top Dollar, some people don't. But just because he's one person's favorite, do not mean that he should be everywhere. You feel me? Just because he's one person or a couple of people's favorite. And that just goes with everything, like a company, a wrestler, anything. Just because it's your favorite, just because it's a niche, don't mean that it's supposed to be loved by everyone are going to be.
But you say that like Jade wasn't on TV because AEW was featuring all these great, fantastic women, female talent.
She was on
You
TV,
gotta be kidding me, my guy.
No.
If you were watching AEW, the people that were rolling out there, they had. Hold on.
Let's be honest.
One time.
Just let me finish this talent because
it's his final thought.
Yeah, it's his final thought.
Let
him land.
All I'm saying, just in response to what you're saying, is like you're making the argument that there's good reasons Jade didn't get featured more. Correct? That's what you're getting at. Okay. And what I'm saying is,
if you ask me if I'm saying that, yes, I'm saying that.
That's fine.
Dude, she was not good on the mic.
What I'm telling you is that
this is my final thought. Hold on, Warren.
Okay.
Hold on, this is my final thought. But yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because, dude, I'm sorry, the Goldberg push been done since Goldberg. We hated that. All right. And look, that's all she
works.
got was no. That's all she got was a Goldberg push. Was she good on the mic? Not already, but she was getting better. But was she that good? No. Was she good in the ring? No, but she was getting better. But she was getting a Goldberg push. Pretty much meaning Goldberg couldn't fight. He couldn't wrestle. He just got pushed as a person that could beat people up, but he really couldn't wrestle.
And he was selling out stadiums.
He can't wrestle, but here, look at her. Here. Let's look at you. Let's look at her beat people up. Here. And look, and over time, we liked it because we love seeing black people flourish. But after a bit of time, we're like, all right, just getting tired. Can we get more for Jade? And Jade didn't get more. Even Jade herself said, which I agree with you with. She was like, since I'm in the title picture, why am I not fighting people that's in the top? Like a Britt Baker, like a Jamie Hayter that's champion at the time, like a Saraya. She was never in that field. They kept her mid-card. But then talking about, oh, she's this and that. Look, I get it, you're trying to make her look that way, but then while you're trying to make her look that way, you didn't present her that way. Pretty much, that's it. That's it. And you just said it. It's predetermined. It's how you present somebody. And AEW didn't do it. Ball, bro, with my last thought, back to you too, when it said about a fumble. No, a fumble don't mean that you messed them up. A fumble means that you missed an opportunity. And yes, I do believe AEW did miss that opportunity. Again, because had a chance to present her in a different way. Again, we don't hold strong to a Goldberg push. Fans are fickle in the first place. So you gave her a Goldberg push to a bunch of fickle fans in the first place. How smart was that? You fumbled her. You fumbled her. Now WWE is doing what they're doing. And as we talked about, that's how we got to where we are now. Boom, that's my final thought. Don't forget to subscribe to Smart Psychology Podcast. Click the link in my bio. Love y'all. Be good. Be smart. Be smart. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we love it. We love to see it.
Wow. Okay. Stormy, are we on final thoughts?
Yeah.
I guess we are.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Remember you said final thoughts then tomorrow.
Yeah. No, he said responses and then final thoughts.
No. You know what? We can just do final thoughts right now because it's about 11.
Okay,
11:27. Go ahead.
Okay, so I had to get the coat back on because Wormits, how dare you? First off, we didn't get to see what the next level for Jay was going to be because she left. So we didn't get to see her go against the JB haters, the Brit Breakers. We didn't get to see it because she left. Then to your thing about, it's wrestling, you could just write somebody and fans will love it. No, look at Austin Theory. They tried it. It didn't work. It failed. Then you want to talk about Tony Khan they do for black talent? Tony Khan gave Rio Sky the entire mid-card scene in the early days. He brought over American Top Team. He was the first one to try to do the fusion. It didn't work. Now, somebody else. You want to know who was using Dusty Rhodes as their story before Cody? I'll give you a second. Apollo Crews. His story was he was the last person that Dusty Rhodes named. It didn't work. Fans didn't care. Every single time Apollo Crews came out, it was, guys, on Apollo Crews is the last one who Dusty Rhodes named. The last NXT wrestler to get their name was Apollo Crews. Nobody cared. So your point about they could just write somebody, because in WWE, mid-card, then you get to main event scene. Nobody gave 3 inches of a fuck about Apollo Crews. They didn't care about how strong he was, that he can pick up Braun Strowman, he can flip. They didn't care. They tried to Ricochet. Yeah, nobody cared. Once it came out, he had a white wife who was a soccer mom. Nobody cared. I'm just being real. So once you can't, and like Mid-South said, I'm right there with you. I'm a guy who watch everything. I've seen it happen. Before Cody Rhodes left, he tried to get over a black guy, and it didn't work. He was that black British boxer dude. Nobody cared. I'm all for black talent, but if you don't have a good enough story, what made New Day work was because they were a group of nerds who we saw fight their asses off to get their spot. We saw ourselves in New Day. Awkward dudes, except for the twerking. But other than that, these motherfuckers came out as Super Saiyans at WrestleMania. That's a goal.
How you send somebody a gift? This nigga deserve everything.
Like, I'm just saying, like you can't, and then you telling me, they could just write somebody. And when Rampage first started, Rampage was Andrade and Jade show. That's who Rampage was made for. It was Andrade El Idolo and Jade Cargill. So, and again, Smart laid to death. They did not fumble Jade. Jade Cargill was the only thing they fumbled with Jade was he didn't try to match their offer and fight hard enough to keep her. That's the only fumble. Because Jade, like Bald said, and like I said, we didn't get to see that yet. Do you know Jade versus Jamie Hayter would have hit in London? That's a banger. Jade versus Britt Baker in Pittsburgh. That's a hit. That's a bag. We didn't get to see it because Jade got the bag and left. Now I know why Jade left, because Jade, to her point, Jade loves to cosplay. Her cosplay, she can't do Marvel characters in AEW because TNT has a deal with Warner Brothers and they own DC. So that's what pissed her off. And she like, remember she was like, she came out as a Thundercat. She couldn't do Storm. Whole crowd like, who the fuck is that? They don't know the Thundercats. I know the Thundercats. I take no Chitara. Mid-South, I know you know. Barbara know Chitara.
I know.
We know. Anyway.
I know.
Yeah, I know about some Thundercats.
So words is like, you can't sit here and tell me they could just write somebody. When I've seen Shelton Benjamin fail. He beat Triple H 3 times in a row and the crowd still didn't care. They tried a storyline with it. Hell, the Hurt Business.
Yo,
They intentionally made that one fail. I mean, that was.
That hurt me.
And wait a minute, do you know what the storyline was going to be with the Hurt Business? And Chris, this is my last thing I'm gonna say. The Hurt Business were lined up to face the Fiend and the Wyatt Six, and they dropped it.
Oh,
what?
Because remember, in the Thunderdome, the last image we saw was MVP, Cedric, Shelton, and Lashley come down to the ring, and Bray Wyatt turned around and looked at them and said, "Let me in," and the screen went black.
Wow,
damn, that did happen.
You know what? All of these receipts, I'm just loving this. I need to drink my Kool-Aid.
Like I always say, as 1,000 voices, be endless. I am your endless storm.
Stupid. Thank you, bro.
Well done.
I guess we could go to Warrants and then go to Ball, bro. I don't want to, I didn't want to skip him, but
no, go ahead. Go Warrants.
Oh, Warrants. Okay.
Yeah,
Warrants,
go
ahead.
All right, so that was the other thing I mentioned, and that was the other thing I wanted to mention was you mentioned that that AEW did, and by the way, I heard a lot of in that AEW conversation. Please, y'all got to detach yourselves from your personal connection to these companies. AEW, yes, they did. No, they did and they didn't fumble Jade. They did because she's a superstar just by looking at her, and they didn't want to do nothing with her. And the fact that they had no intention of doing nothing with her, that's why they didn't fumble her, because they weren't going to do nothing with her. So it is what it is. Like, Tony Khan was not going to do nothing with Jade. It is what it is. Like I said, he was never going to have her going up against his Golden Girls, and it is what it is. She wants to be a star, be treated like a star, so she went somewhere where she'll be treated like a star. So that's that. Again, as far as like the wrestlers who did things and didn't get over, like, look, man, like, look at Roman Reigns, bro. Look at Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was in the main event of WrestleMania since coming up on 8-9 years now. Okay. And like for the first 5, 6, 7 years of that, he was getting booed the whole time. It took this man to have a life-threatening illness, defeat it, and come back, and then turn heel for people to start cheering him. All right? Like, it takes a lot for people to get over sometimes. But if you look at the people, especially in WWE, who they really want to get over, they'll just keep trying and trying and trying until they get them over. How many times has Liv Morgan been repackaged? How many times has Rhea Ripley been repackaged? How many times they repackaged Randy Orton before he got over? How many times they try to repackage Jack Swagger? Like, when they want to get somebody over, they will try it. And there is almost never that type of patience given to the black talent. So, and so again, in the case of, AEW, you talked about Scorpio Sky. Come on, give me a break, dog. Give me a break. I remember one time they tried to convince us that Scorpio Sky was on some kind of a winning streak because they were about to put the TNT title on him. And by the way, this was going to happen until the whole
so now you've crept into favoritism.
Tony Khan tweeted shitting on Big Swole after her exit interview. And like,
so Scorpio, I not to cut you off, and you on your final thought, and that's fine. But just to kind of counter that point, Scorpio Sky had a 1-year winning streak, but so that's okay. Continue.
Okay, no, but okay. So you tell me this. So you tell me this. You saying he was on a 1-year winning streak, right? You're saying he was on a 1-year winning streak.
But you said he was irrelevant.
But yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
But you say he was irrelevant, though.
I'm asking you an honest question. I'm asking you to give me an honest answer. As a true AEW fan, did you ever in your heart feel like Scorpio Sky was a contender for the AEW championship?
Yes, I did.
Because he can wrestle.
That's a dumbass question for you to even ask me, bro.
Yes.
Because as a matter of fact, before Swerve even came into the picture, before we even thought about Swerve, when he was Isaiah Scott, we talked about Scorpio Sky being the first African American to be AEW champion.
Based on
facts.
What you mean based on what?
Hold on, wait. One second. Where
I'm about to snap my neck and call the guys.
Wait, no, wait. Chris, hold on, wait.
They had him beat Wardlow for the TNT title.
Okay, Warren, you got to land your plane now, buddy. Land your plane.
I mean, like, yo, look. So here's the thing, right? Like, you can try to take all my points and try to make them seem like they don't make sense, but everything I'm saying makes perfect sense.
Stop, Chris.
You
Wins.
talk about Scorpio Sky, right? Scorpio Sky, the only person who of significance did he beat other than Wardlow for that TNT Championship. And by the way, I specifically remember watching this. He beat Wardlow for the TNT Championship, and that whole segment was about Wardlow. I remember watching this. I'm not making this shit up. So anyway, look, I don't have no dog in the fight. I'm just calling like I see it. Like, and AEW for their existence has done a really poor job with the black talent. I think Tony Khan just don't see the black fan base as a fan base he values or markets or cares about at all. Like they'll do little pandering things, like have a rapper on TV here or there, but it's just not a fan base they care about. Well, is this shocking? You got hands on the head. This is so.
Hold on. Yes.
Sir, please, no, because we're gonna finish this tomorrow. We're gonna finish this tomorrow. We definitely gonna finish this. Did you touch down yet? Because I gotta move on.
Me?
You good?
I mean, no. Where
I don't know what else there is to say.
Okay. I'll cheer for you. I'll give you the sympathy slap. Okay. Final thoughts, sir.
All right. Let me give me a sec to regroup after hearing that last part.
Merry Christmas.
just give me 1 sec. Like, all right. Look at what's on the landscape coming up for AEW in the next few months. I made the prediction that by Double or Nothing, Swerve will be your first black AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Then Mercedes is debuting next month. Give her a few months, she'll be, correct me if I'm wrong, she'll be the first black AEW Women's Champion. And none of that, in my opinion, both instances, they're not going to feel forced. Because Swerve has been on a straight up rise since he debuted at Revolution 2 years ago. It's just been a straight descent, straight on up. Nothing has been forced or pushed with Swerve. And speaking of Swerve, you can make the argument that him and Hangman might be right up there with Hangman and Omega for the best feud in AEW history. And none of that felt forced, in my opinion. That's why I know it's only been all 5 years of AEW, but you look at it this way, with WWE, with the women especially, like you said, like Jade has a specific look. That's why she's there with women right now. And whoever you are, it doesn't matter your race, ethnicity, or what you are. If you can go, if you're gonna put the work in, you see that they're gonna give you a chance at least. You're gonna give you a shot. That's why this year in AEW will be the best year collectively, probably in women's wrestling. Period. Mark my words on that, because I guarantee you, maybe come March when Mercedes debuts, we're going to get that announcement for a Women's Continental Classic. The women are going to show out this year, all black, Asian, white, Mexican. Is going to be beautiful. That's the best thing I love about AEW is that I don't care. It appeals, whoever your background is, for everyone. If you have your black wrestlers that you can root for, look at Queen Aminata. When she got her first victory on Rampage, look at the crowd. They loved her, man. They love her. She's putting in the work. You got your Red Velvet, who's improved skyrocket. And isn't it crazy? Heels. How many black champions you said that WWE has had in their 60-year career? How many did you say?
I believe 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken.
This year.
Oh, this year?
No, hold on. This year, AEW can pass WWE.
Very much so.
Which it should. Crazy.
And don't need in any event that does happen, they don't need 60 years to do so.
And like I said, whatever. like with all the black champions that
why
they
need 5 years to do so
from Scorpio.
I mean, I don't need 60.
Yeah, but I was gonna say look at the black champions that AEW has had, from Scorpio, being the first tag team champion, from the Acclaim. From now it's going to be Swerve. Now it's going to be Mercedes. None of it was forced. They all earned it. It all happened organically because they got over with their in-ring skills and all the work that they have put in over the years. I mean, let's be honest. When WWE has done it over the years, it had to meet a certain time period, a certain right time with all the planets aligning and everything. And then even when they reached that pinnacle, a la Kofi Kingston, they come crashing down right back down to earth. So that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. I yield my time to the rest of you guys. Have a good night. I love the conversation.
Thank you. All right, bro. Thank you so much. Mel, final thought.
Yes, sir. I love the show. I love these conversations. I look forward to every Tuesday with y'all crazy folks. Man, Stormy is an amazing character. The endless Storm, as usual. But yes, Lawrence is definitely on some type of drugs. I don't know what type of drugs he's taking.
Okay. Talk language.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry,
Oopsies.
Yeah.
Funny cigarettes. Funny cigarettes.
Funny cigarettes.
Funny cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Funny cigarettes. And my man right there, mid south. I like his style, man. He's like a nice, sharp, right there, sniper shooter, man. Just one shot.
Indeed.
Yes, that's how I like it. I like the way you approach it, man. And Joe, man, leave my baby mama alone, man. My baby mama. But other than that, I'd like to have a goofy time on this, man. And I'm a big fan. And y'all keep doing your thing, man. Y'all keep doing your thing.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that. Mr. Sharpshooter, final thoughts, sir.
So, if you look at my page over the last few days, I've been mainly posting about black wrestlers that I grew up watching, like anywhere from Iceman King Parsons to, I don't know, Ron Simmons to whomever. Mm-hmm. So I am all for. As a matter of fact, damn it, I want all the champions to be black. That's just me.
That'd be nice.
But if my organization has 85%, I won't even say white people because there's plenty of Mexicans and Latinos and other ethnicities. If 85% of my roster is not black, it takes time to build up that black roster if they don't have experience or if they weren't on top somewhere else first. Mm-hmm. So let's relax. There's plenty of wrestlers in most companies now that are being developed or are already on top. So let's just all get along when it comes to that.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Scott, final thoughts, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm literally just saying this to piss you off. So you mentioned the 60 years of WWE only having a handful of black champions. Consider this: you're talking about a company that was started literally in the plight of segregation, redlining, rampant racism, and all of that stuff, right? So whether it's wrong or right, there's an excuse. Mm-hmm. Tony Khan's company was started in the middle of Me Too, the growth of woke culture, cancel culture, being politically correct and all that crap, and this nigga still ain't got no black champion. What's his excuse? Mm-hmm. And we talking black champions or just black world champions? Because if you include all
world champions, sir.
Well, you didn't say world champions. You said black champions.
Well, you asked me, so I told you. So world champions, sir. Maybe next time I'll say world champions, so you can keep up.
Okay, well, this still sticks though, because Tony put any kind of gold on a black wrestler at all, even mid card.
I mean, that's what. Wait, hold on.
Champions.
Wait. This is the part that I love to tell people. This is where you need to use Google.com. If you haven't followed the product, you should use Google.com, like I tell Warren.
No. I'm asking you because I'm making a point. How many, if any?
There's two. Sorry.
Two.
There's two.
Right. Okay. And how many black champions did we have in NXT in the last 2 years?
That is not true. That number is nowhere near true.
Which one?
Wait, question. Does the FTW championship count?
Sorry, that number is nowhere near true. Let me tell you, it's not true. Scorpio Sky TNT champion, Will Hobbs TNT champion, Ricky Starks tag team champion, The Acclaim tag team champions, and Trios champion.
He's right.
And that's just right off the top of my head.
And how many of those guys have actually been made to feel like a star?
What? Wait,
The Acclaim is like a.
I was just
hold on.
I was trying to piss off
Continue, Scott. I know you were pissing me off. I know.
Don't fall for the trap.
No, continue. Continue,
Scotty,
though.
continue.
Hello, Smiley.
Chris was already mad at me. My mission is accomplished. But Miss South got a point.
That's what that was. Oh! I thought you would have did a little bit more harder than that. I thought you were more talented than that. You know.
Well, no, I was gonna go somewhere, but Miss South he kind of squashed my argument because technically speaking, there's only been like maybe 4 black NXT champions, and I don't think any of them were ever tag team champions except for maybe Keith Lee. But I digress.
Oh,
they all win the exact same belt.
Okay.
That's right.
Hello, Smiley, darling. Hi, Smiley.
Okay.
What short you got on tonight?
So number one, Mr. Hot Take. This has been a very interesting show this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it was chaotic as you know.
Per use.
I think you got a show tomorrow, so I guess you're not gonna be at the cookout, which is fine. You know?
If it's going till late, I'll be there late. I'll definitely be there.
Okay. But yeah, what you guys say?
All right, here we go. Number 1, wearings. Wow. So
Did you see that?
Number
Did
1.
you see your comment?
Number 1, in reference to AEW being in existence for 4.5 years. Scorpio Sky was the mid-carder, and he beat Sammy Guevara, and he beat Wardlow. Now, if you're not familiar with Sammy Guevara, he's a pillar, which is basically a big deal. Wardlow was also one of their under pillars, who was to help build that in the first place. Then thereafter, there was Keith Lee, and there was also Swerve. Now, Keith Lee, barring injury, would have probably been in the World Heavyweight Championship, but he's not, and Swerve is probably one of the biggest things over. Red Velvet was the consistent women that was in there, and before there was Red Velvet, there was Big Swole, who actually was Britt Baker's first major rival in AEW in the first place. Why do I keep giving you black athletes in AEW? The reason why I keep giving you that in the first place is because Tony Khan knew one thing. If I utilize my black athlete correctly, it's going to boost either them or going to boost the other talent as well in the first place. Mm-hmm. Tony Khan in 4.5 years of existence has done more than WWE in 60 years.
You better preach.
99% of the black people in AEW are jobbers.
Hold on one second. Junkyard Dog, slated to be champion. Coco B. Ware, barely won the Intercontinental Championship in the first place. All these guys that I'm naming off of that have to work, skin off their backs to get to where they're into in the first place. Dante Martin would have probably had a championship if Dante Martin wouldn't have got hurt in the first place. Tony Khan may not know what to do with his black wrestlers, which is something I will give you credit for, but at least he utilizes them and puts them in a space where they can succeed, unlike the opposite company, where you have to kind of kiss babies and rub elbows and have to be attraction to do something.
Yeah.
Pause. With that.
Baby legs. Call them baby legs.
Wow. With that being said initially in the first place, the plight of the black athlete in the wrestling period is a problem. Ricochet won the U.S. title, hasn't seen a title in goddamn 5 or 6 years in the first place, which is a huge problem and underutilized talent.
That's T.
The actual fact of the matter is that when people go to WWE, they are built based off of what they can do as a dollar sign and not for their ability. For example, Carmelo Hayes is probably one of the biggest heels on NXT right now, but it's barely good. But okay, all right, Jesus, pause.
Pause.
And then,
pause.
There's Trick Williams, Obafemi, he's not even giving a Goldberg rub. He can just actually wrestle and is naturally gifted in the first place.
Yes.
There's aspects to this that you have to ascertain when you're watching this. Look, I know you watch the product ranks. I know you do. And I'm not coming at you, and I'm not trying to cut you off. But you're lacking some thought behind it because you're not putting the thoughts together in a proper way. Because what you're doing is going based off of more so an illusion of how you see it as production and not what's actually going on. Stormy, in reference to your points with AEW, I agree. Mid-South NWA is a U.S. Navy SEAL. You can't tell me otherwise. He'd be killing y'all with just the response like, wait, hold on.
I salute you.
I salute. Mid-South, one of them dudes, when you get into an argument, he say, what? And you stop arguing. With that being said,
Y'all just shut up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you're right, big dog. You got it. With that being said, follow Hot Take Wrestling on all social media platforms. We are going live tomorrow, guys. I strongly suggest you watch Cookout and/or Hot Take Wrestling. Watch both. You got 2 screens. You got money. Okay, it's Black History Month. You've earned money. Watch both of us at the same time. Whatever. Give it to my
Indeed. So, I'm going to leave you guys with this final thought, everybody. Listen, tonight was an awesome podcast. I love you guys so much. We hit goals. We hit all goals. So, shout out to the comment section. But I'm going to leave this for Warrant. Warrant, Twilight Zone, you are in, sir. But I think you really need to get in tune with reality. I really believe that. And don't even say nothing because I let you say everything in the world. This is my final thought. Don't interrupt me, okay? I love you, I do. But at the same time, my nigga, you really need to really look at your wrestling history. Like what you said about AEW, you talk about it, then you want to throw shots. You want to throw like little in the windows and indirect shots about AEW, but guess what? AEW has been doing more shit than WWE has been doing in 5 years. You know, and you should really be concerned about that, seeing that since their reputation has been the biggest company in the last 60 years, and yet literally fumbles the ball when it comes to building stars. And that includes NXT as well. NXT stars should be on the main roster right now instead of still playing in NXT. Braun Breakers, that just now getting to the main roster, that is ridiculous to me. That is blasphemy for me. You know what I'm saying? But once again, that's your take. That's how you feel. But once again, don't be upset that everybody's coming at you with facts. You like alternative facts. You like to stay in your Avengers 5 type of mentality or whatever. And it can't work like that, bro. It just can't. I keep telling you, in order for you to get an analogy of what the Avengers is about, you have to go all the way back to 10 years to get a grasp of why the Infinity Stones are important. You can't just go to Avengers 5 and then all of a sudden you know everything. That it just doesn't work that way. Okay? So my whole thing is to you is that if you are going to be a moist WWE drone, I just really need for you to tell me to just acknowledge that another company has did more in 5 years than the company that you are so wet about. And I'm not talking about some tail that I'm talking about. With that being said, everybody, I'm going to leave. And Warrens, if you are still what did she say in Kill Bill? If you still raw by it tomorrow, you can come find me on the Cookout tomorrow. Okay?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay,
it sounds weird.
You know, but if you don't know, if you never watched
the Kill Bill, it sounds like something TikTok needs to mute.
If you never watched the Kill Bill, once again, go to your Netflix and do your research. Once again, I am Chris from #Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast. You motherfuckers have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow at the Cookout. Goodbye now.
Everybody go watch the first 15 minutes.
Yo.